What happened?
Tomura asked. He had been walking home when he saw Toga sitting sadly in the snow, staring down at a tiny dead bird.
It's snowing, you little psycho. You're gonna freeze to death.
He walked up, bending down to study the bird. There was one punctured wound with blood splattered across the white snow. Toga had tears collecting in her eyes, but she wouldn't dare blink and let them fall.
I stabbed it,
She said weakly, not taking her eyes off the bird.
but I didn't mean to.
Tomura sighed, crouching down beside her.
Why did you stab it?
He asked, running a slender finger over the soft blood-soaked feathers.
I don't know.
She sobbed, hiding her face in her knees.
I can't help it sometimes. It's just something that happens.
Tomura watched her small body shiver. She definitely wasn't dressed for the snow. She was still in her skirt and stockings with nothing but a lightweight sweater. He lightly grabbed her shoulder, trying to pull her up before she just shook her head.
No, Tomura. Is there something wrong with me?
She started to wail.
Toga, there's something wrong with all of us. Damn it.
He tried to keep the sharpness out of his voice, but as he said it, he knew it was true. Every single one of the villains were there because there was something, or someone, that had hurt them beyond repair.
That's...
Tomura stuttered, trying to find the right words. He wasn't so good with the comforting stuff. That was more Kurogiri's territory. Tomura preferred to make gentle insults and boss people around, but the look on Toga's face was all too familiar. It was the same one Tomura got when he was alone, or when he thought no one was looking. The only difference was that Tomura hid his sadness, while Toga let hers seep out for all the world to see.
That's why you're here. With the League. We all know what it's like to be fucked up in the head. So you know. We understand. You're not alone.
That's why you call me Psycho all the time?
Toga whimpered, turning her yellow eyes to him.
Newsflash, we're all psycho. In case you couldn't tell.
His laugh was weak as he stared down at the bird, its fragile body broken in a sickening position.
Now, come inside. I'm pretty sure Kirigiri has hot chocolate, or some shit for us.
Wait! We can't just leave it here.
Toga said, her eyes glancing down to the bird.
Here.
He gently touched the bird's body and watched it quickly turn into a grey pile of dust on the snow. He noticed Toga staring at his hands and immediately pulled them into his coat, a bit ashamedly. Most times Tomura liked his quirk. It was powerful and it made him a force to be feared between heroes and villains alike. The only downside was it prevented him from being close with anyone. Who would ever want to be with someone who could turn them into dust with one slip-up? Toga reached out, taking 4 of his fingers in her own small hand. She just held it silently, almost innocently if he hadn't known her stabbing streak, and stood up. He kicked some snow over the bird's final remains. Toga's grip was surprisingly firm on his fingers, making it so he couldn't pull away. Looking down at her, she seemed so small. He towered over her, which only made him feel more like a big brother to the little psycho.
Come on, my face hurts.
He tugged at her and finally she followed.
You know, Tomura, you're a pretty good big bro.
Shut the hell up.
He said, a faint smile crossing over his scarred lips. Just hidden enough so Toga couldn't see, but it was there nonetheless.